Okay, I'm live, back with another video. Just going to get my comments up and get my top on, as you do. So in my last live stream, I was asked a question by Katie, and we're going to be discussing that. So let me just wait till I can see myself. Okay, perfect. I can see myself here. All right. Hi, Miss Coco. Hey, girl. Hi, ladies. Welcome, baby queen. Hi, girls. I see you lot coming in. Hi. Okay, so Katie asked a question in the last live stream, and I wasn't really going into depth with other questions. I just wanted to stay on topic, and I think it's easier for me because otherwise I get so distracted. So hey girl. Okay, so Katie in the last live asked, she said, what about when you do all the materialistic stuff? Look good, behave well, act confidently, but inside you aren't what you appear. And she was saying that she feels disconnected and basically how to, resolve that. Hey, Jazz. And I think that that is a really good subject, a really good question. And also, just excuse me right now, my eyes. If you have hay fever, then you really know what's going on. It's a lot right now. Okay, so let's just get into this. Now, I feel like I can definitely speak on this because I have experienced this as well. And like, not so much with the question is more so about you've done the glow up on the outer, and internally you still feel like this person who is not matched up to that. So you don't feel the same way you look, basically, which is an issue, right? Because that can cause you to second guess yourself, to feel nervous, uncomfortable when you're out. It can make you feel and look like you are not confident as well. So I feel like faking it until you make it is the best way to go, and that is what I had to do as well. And I'll give you a prime example. So I know that lots of you ladies get nervous as well about going into more affluent areas, and like me, you are not from that kind of background. So naturally, when you're doing something new with people who you are not used to being around, it can be a bit nerve-wracking and you might feel uncomfortable. But you have to push yourself and do it regardless. And the more and more you push yourself, the more it's going to come naturally to you. So for me personally, I started doing this. This was, a few years ago, and I went straight to the most affluent areas in London. So I started doing it in Chelsea, Mayfair, South Kensington, Knightsbridge. So these were the places that I was throwing myself into, Hyde Park Corner, so I was really throwing myself into, with the in the most affluent areas I'm going to save it, hun. In the most affluent areas. Miss Coco said, I love faking it until you make it. Men do it to us all the time. Yes, they really do. I have X amount in my bank account. No, you don't, honey. But they fake it until they hopefully get there one day. That's true. They really do. So we can do it too. And I was throwing myself into these places. I would actually feel so uncomfortable. Like sometimes I would feel so nervous to go into a restaurant because I would feel maybe out of place. I would feel like, maybe I shouldn't be there. I can't afford this kind of thing. I used to think all of those kinds of things. And then things started to change because I started to throw myself into these places, and then I met somebody, and I was fully able to afford to go to all of these places, so I wouldn't feel uncomfortable financially wise at all. So that was really nice. When you go out by yourself, you want to feel like you do not have a worry in the world, and that was how I felt. So that was really, really good. And as long as you're putting your best foot forward with your appearance and you keep on being persistent, throwing yourself into these awkward and uncomfortable situations, then it's going to feel more normal to you. So basically, you are faking it until you feel comfortable, right? And I think that that's really important. Yay, I'm pleased that you love my videos. Hi, I'm trying to read your comments. Okay. As long as you're working on yourself on the inside, faking it is fine. But the issue I see is women stopping at just the outside and operating horribly because they don't have a faking it strategy. Yeah, like I feel like some people just work on the external, but the internal needs to be looked at as well. So it's all about your mentality as well. So they have to they have to match up and they have to be in sync. Now, well, that's the aim, that's the goal that you want to get to. So I used to I remember I used to actually have to tell myself affirmations because sometimes you can feel so uncomfortable to do something different and to push yourself in different surroundings that you just need to give yourself an extra push. I remember when I would be like walking into a venue, I would be telling myself affirmations like that I am supposed to be wherever I want to be. I can go wherever I want to go. And there was something else I used to tell myself as well. I can't remember now, but it was along those kind of lines. And that is really true. You can go wherever you want to go. You can do whatever you want to do. You are a paying customer at the end of the day. So you can go wherever you want to go. I feel like um, lots of people have had experiences where maybe they have been belittled and they think that it might happen again, or maybe it's just nerves because you're pushing yourself out of your comfort zone. Whatever it is, it's the past and only the present exists. So, whatever happened before, or whatever you've heard before, whatever you have been worried about yesterday, even 1 minute ago, does not need to exist now. So you can choose to do the affirmations and to change your mindset in that moment. Push yourself and go into that venue. I do not want to have a message from somebody. I've had these messages before saying that they want to go out, they want to go into these affluent areas, but they just don't have the the confidence to do it. I don't want to have those messages because I want you to grab your own life with both hands, and you have to take ownership. You can't be a victim forever. I feel like not doing the things you want to do is a victim mentality, and that is so boring. So let's just grab life with both hands. Go into the affluent areas that you feel internally like you belong in. If you feel that viscerally, then that's where you need to be. And you've got to push yourself. The more you do something, the more natural it's going to feel, and the more at home in those places you're going to feel as well, right? So just remember that. Wait, what have I? Oh, I'm a mess. Yeah. So just try to remember that, okay? You said this is so on time. Hey, Living Prime. Yeah, the game it's not for everybody. It's not for people who, well, actually, wait. I would say that it can be for everyone, but you have to change your mindset. So as long as you change where you are mentally, then you can do it. But imagine if I would have given up. Imagine if I was so nervous to go into certain places, certain areas, certain restaurants, even like shopping centers like Harrods, and going and doing certain things. Before I could afford to shop in those places, I would feel so uncomfortable going there. So when I first started going into those places and I felt the nerves, or just feeling like a bit out of place, imagine if I didn't do it. Where would I be now? Who would I be now? I have to say, I think that if I didn't push myself and feel the fear and do it regardless, fake it until I made it, I think that I would be taking a pathetic way out. I think it's cowardly to be that way. Okay? So just remember that. The next time you want to, let's say you have a day free or an afternoon free this week, go somewhere you haven't been before. Go to the affluent areas in your city and spend as much time there as possible. Get so used to being there that when you go back to wherever you live, you feel awkward and out of place there. That's where you need to get to. And once you get to that point, your external and your internal are going to be matched up and in sync, because you're looking like a lady, you're looking very prominent, let's say, on the outer, and internally as well, your mindset, you're going to feel that way, and that's where you want to be. As long as you're working on yourself on the inside, faking it is fine. I think I did that one. Hi. Hey girl. How do you start a convo with a potential? um for me personally, I it depends what kind of person you are. Um like, I want a man to have the confidence, the balls to come over to me. I don't want to start a conversation with anybody. I don't want to do that. And I feel like the only way that men are going to learn is if we actually teach them. And the only way that we can teach them is if we stop speaking to them first. That being said, no, it's not my first live. I've been doing them lately. And I used to do them a while ago, but I feel like the only way we can teach these guys that more of them need to stop relying on online dating and do things in person is if we stop talking to them and make them talk to us first. That being said, if you do want to speak to somebody, then I think that the looking over at somebody and then smiling like you know them, faking it, doing those acting skills like you went to drama school, and then go over to his table and say, "Hi, are you?" Oh no, this is so embarrassing. Sorry, I thought you were someone else. Gosh, I feel so silly now. And he'll say, "Oh no, no, it's okay. Don't feel silly." And then you say, "Oh, well, my name is," and you introduce yourself. I think that that is a light-hearted way to speak to a man, because that way he doesn't feel like you are actually coming over to chat him up. um because they need to learn that they need to do it. In 10 years time, honestly, I'm telling you, I don't know if there are going to be any, what kind of men are going to be left. So they have to start doing these things considerably. That being said, I think that if you set things up in that way that it seems so natural and so organic, I think that that is fine. So it just depends how you go about it. You love my lipstick color. Thank you. Thank you. I went to this lipstick making class. This was a few months ago, and I literally use that lipstick I made every day. It's the best thing ever. It's the palest lipstick like you'll ever see. It's really, really pale. I did show it in one of my Get Ready With Me's. Oh, Chelsea. Thank you, Chelsea's Way. Thanks, hon. Thanks for the knowledge. Thank you for being here. And obviously, I don't know, just for being so sweet as well. That's really nice of you. Okay. Yeah, women need to stop giving men validation. That's really my mood. They don't need any more validation. They don't need any more. In a camp. Hi, girly. Yeah, some of you I really, really recognize because I think that we speak literally every day on Instagram. So, hi, girls. Babe, what is the deal with men with resources constantly complaining about gold diggers? I'm stunned. Um, um, you, sorry, I'm like flabbergasted for a second. I haven't really experienced that much. Okay, I haven't really experienced that very much. The people who have done it, there have been a few, and it's always those ones that they only say because they don't really have, you know. So as soon as they start talking nonsense and they just want to be this old man who is with this young hot woman and they have absolutely nothing to offer her, as soon as they expose that, you should say, look, to be honest, I'm used to dating high profile men who do X, Y, and Z. So this is, this is going backwards for me. And I can't go backwards dating wise, only forward. And then it's up to him whether he wants to still look like, it's going to sound harsh, but a loser to you or not. And then he can decide what he's going to do. He's going to save up so he can really do what he needs to do or not. But that really is pathetic to me. All right, just the term gold digger as well, it's just like, why don't you have any gold to give anyway? Like, that's the real issue. So if we really want to go to the issue is that you are middle-aged and you don't have anything. That's the real issue. Okay. Yeah. And there's nothing worse than being middle-aged and having nothing to offer. That is really silly, because then I might as well be dating someone my own age who has nothing to offer me. And at least there's something, I don't know. So, yeah. But no, I would definitely say if you are feeling like your look is fully glowed up, like Katie said in the comments, everything's glowed up. Everything's glowed up so far. The way that she acts. I think she said the way that she speaks as well. So she's got that feminine voice control, honey. She's got all of that going for her. Her walk, I'm sure all of that is going for her. And all of that is on point. And it's just matching up how you are feeling mentally, viscerally. Okay? That's what it's about. And how do you do that? Like I said, it's just about repetition. Feeling the fear, doing it regardless, faking it till you make it. I think that is faking it until you make it, as long as you're just pushing yourself to go to the places you are nervous to go to. Are there any of you in here who actually have not been out yet by yourself in affluent areas, or is everyone doing it already? Or are there some people who are still not doing it? Are you uncomfortable? And is there something more that I'm missing and that you might want to delve into? Let me know. They say they want real romance. That's silly. That's actually really silly. I haven't heard that one. Okay. Well, if you love me and you want to romance me, then, you know, make me feel like a princess. What? Like that's crazy. Ashley said, I'm glad that I caught your live. How are you? I'm good. I'm doing well. I can't complain. I can't complain. Okay, Chelsea said, I haven't. I'm too nervous to go alone. Okay, Chelsea. Are you in London? Where are you? I feel like let me know first if you're in London, but I feel like maybe you could try to work your way up in terms of, because there are affluent areas that are, you know, where multimillionaires live, and then there are places where upper middle class live. There are places where, oh, you're in Chicago. Um, there's a film that, yeah, all right, I'm not gonna go there. No, it's just, have you heard of the term Chicago? Sounds really silly. It's just from a film that I watched, and I actually rewatched it the other day. I think, yeah, like a Western musical. Anyway, so you're in Chicago. I'm not too sure about Chicago, but I feel like maybe if you work your way up, so instead of just going to the full-on affluent areas, maybe go to the upper middle class areas first, and then work your way into the most affluent areas of Chicago. Maybe try that. You've never heard of it? No, it's something. It's really silly. It's really silly. What is that film called? It's with Doris Day. What is that film called? Calamity Jane. That's it. That's where it's from. All right. Yeah, I think you should definitely go, Charles. Definitely go. Just like for me, I threw myself into the most affluent areas first, because once you've done that, then anything else is not a big deal at all. So if you don't want to do it that way, then just work your way up. But I feel like it's something you must do. The only reason I mentioned if you were in London is because then I could suggest maybe some places for you to go to. But Chicago, I don't know. If there are any other women in the chat that are from Chicago, maybe you know some places where Chelsea could go that it's not going to be too overwhelming. You know, Chelsea, I feel like maybe on your first attempt, you know what you should try is like maybe a weekday during the, you know, maybe early afternoon, maybe around that time, you could go to a cafe in an affluent area. And this is just a cafe, and you could go there and have a herbal tea or have a coffee and do it like that. You could even sit outside. It's not overwhelming, as overwhelming doing something like that than it is going to, you know, a really, really nice 5-star restaurant and sitting at the bar seating area. That's going to be much more overwhelming. So maybe you could try the cafe and do that and see how you get on. But I do think that you got to push yourself. Got to push yourself and just do it, because it's your life and you deserve to be in those places as well. Okay. Yeah, leave the house when you're feeling like a zillion bucks, outfit, everything, you'll feel like you belong. Yeah, I do agree with that. I think that when you have perfected what's going on over here, you're going to feel better over here. I do agree with that. I really do. Yeah. Hi, Queen. Wait, what? Did you decide to share what you learned on YouTube? Wait. Ins- Wait, this thing's moving. Did you decide to share what you learned on YouTube instead of staying low key and keeping it to yourself? What do you mean what I learned on YouTube? Let me know what you mean by that. Also, what were your thoughts on Kevin Samuel? Yeah, I never watched any of his videos. I actually only know that name because you've mentioned it to me in the comments before, other women. But somebody actually commented or sent me a DM and told me he passed away. But I don't know anything about that. I know that he did videos for women and dating, or for men and women. I'm not sure. Okay. Okay, for me personally, like, I don't want to talk about other people anyway, online. And the only kinds of things that I watch on YouTube is nothing to do with this. I mean, how did you decide to share these tips with women on YouTube instead of gatekeeping? Oh, well, I started initially because I wanted to share my journey, because I felt like, first of all, on YouTube, there are not many UK YouTubers. Like, there are not enough. And I would like to see somebody like, you know, more like me online. So that's one reason why I did it. And I wanted to share my personal story, because my journey, when I've the whole time I've been on YouTube, I've been learning things as I go, and I've not been coming on here like somebody who knows it all. Um, and I feel like that is something new and different as well. Lots of time on YouTube, it feels like everybody seems to know, like, be perfected in their be an expert in what they're talking about. And when I first came on here, I was learning. I was just getting started, and it was nice to have other people to bring with me on my journey. And it was almost like my diary, to be honest. It was almost like my diary. I did take down a couple of my earlier videos because the quality was just really, really bad. But I was enjoying sharing everything. All right. Hmm. Oh, Chelsea, I'm really happy to hear that. I'm really, really happy to hear that. Um, just go feeling good, and because it's a coffee shop, it's not a big deal. And you're going to see that when you start going. Oh gosh, this hay fever is really driving me insane. No. Um, the best times. I feel like I think the best times are during the day, because you really get an inkling for where people work, if people don't even need to work. you get an inkling for that. So let's just say, for instance, if you are in London and you go near St James's, so in Pall Mall, you know, there's that big HSBC bank. There are going to be, you know, hedge funders, there are going to be bankers, there are going to be those kinds of people around going to lunch. So around noon, 12, 1, 2, there are going to be men who work at that bank going to lunch in those places with close proximity to the bank. So I think it's about going out during the day when those working men are working, or also during the day when those who do not need to work are out enjoying life, enjoying lunch. I think that's when to do it. Also on like a Saturday, I think that's sorry, on a Sunday. Saturdays are so saturated, but on Sundays going into those areas I think can be good earlier on during the day. Places near hotels and bars. Yeah, I think like if you're in London, going to hotel bars is very normal because we lots of Londoners go to hotels to have dinner. But in you know, some places in the world it's not like that, and I know that hotels can be kind of weird to kind of go to hang out, but in London it's very different. Hotels are more like restaurants in London, and I mean lots of people go to hotels every day to eat. So it's a bit different. So I guess it depends where you are in the world, but I do think that that's a good idea, definitely. Your UK accent is so cute. Thank you. Where are you from, hun? Are you from the US? I know that I think lots of my viewers are actually from the US. Hi, Ziva. I'm an African lady living in Italy. I'm getting to be more appealing to Italian men, but for me, it's hard getting into beneficial dating. They offer me dinner, but I'd like to get sponsored. Mm, I don't think it's about them being Italian men. I think it's more about the Italian men that you're dating. Maybe you need to start choosing men who are more likely to give you what you want. I've dated an Italian man in London who was very forthcoming with helping me out and all of those things. So I feel like it's more about the person individually as opposed to, you know, what country they're from, you know. Just make sure you look your best. You are not letting your guard down and then forgetting, you know, your voice control. You know, that split second where your octaves up here, honey, and then it goes down there and then it goes back up can make someone think, you know what, just make them feel like maybe you're not being 100% you, or you don't want, basically you don't want to do anything to give anybody any reason to not want to do more than just dinner. Okay, so that's the point. Hi, Kate. You're watching from Canada. I have family in Canada. I know that Canada is very like quite similar to the UK. It's like a kind of like a mix of the US and the UK, I would say. All right. All right, Nadine, she says, I've started roaming around, noting a lot of older men in shops alone, still nervous about how to approach the feminine way, such as asking for directions, dropping something. Oh, Nadine, you're actually so cute. Island Princess, thank you so much. I really appreciate that. I love your videos and topics. They are always so helpful. That's so sweet. Thank you so much. I really appreciate that. Thank you, girl. um, so so Nadine, with the approaching it in a feminine way to get that approach, I would be more forthcoming. So if you're in a shop and you have lots of props around you, so you put something up to you, or you know, that you think, are you in the men's side, or you probably in the men's department then if you're around men who are in shops. So let's just say you're in the men's department. So you see someone who you want to speak to you, but he's preoccupied trying to do his little shopping. So pick up two things that you think look horrible and go up to him and say, "Excuse me, I'm so sorry to interrupt you. I'm trying to buy something for my cousin, or my dad. It's his birthday coming up. I have to send a couple of options to my sisters or whoever, for us to choose what to get him. Which one do you think? And remember, they're both ugly. So that means he's not going to be able to just pick one and shoo you off. He's going to actually have to, or it gives him more incentive to talk to you for longer because you've picked out something dreadful, and he will need to spend a couple of minutes with you to show you something that he likes. Or that could be another way for you to, another avenue for you to open up more of a conversation. So I think that could be a way to go, and that's something that I personally would do. Definitely dropping something as well. If you are walking down the street, you could drop something. I've mentioned this before. You see someone and you want him to speak to you, drop your headphones, just throw that thing in front of his feet or something, and do it that way. Make sure you're wearing something where you can really see your figure, so you know that when you walk, let's say you're walking in front of him, so you know that when you walk past, he's going to be watching your body. So when you're wearing something like that and you know that whoever's behind you is going to be seeing what's going on behind you, then when you drop something, he's going to notice it because he's already looking over at you. Make sure you have two headphones just in case they get stepped on. Make sure you have a spare pair of headphones. But that's what I think you could do. I didn't know you were in China. I didn't realise. And you've been on my channel for years. I didn't realise you were in China. Hello. Excuse your English mistakes. No, your English is really good. Look at you. You said you're an African lady, so you speak whatever native language you have. Plus, you must speak Italian if you're living there, and you can speak English. That's amazing. I can just about speak English. I'm being silly. Alright, so do you have any advice for girls who want to practice hypergamy but don't want to compromise Christian values? Yeah, you just find a Christian man. Lots of people are Christian. I feel like, if anything, it's more difficult for me to find someone who has my values because my values aren't really out there. You can find a man who knows what he should be doing in life, relationship wise, and who is a Christian. Absolutely. Why don't you try like a Christian based online dating app as well? Also go to like churches in affluent areas in your city if you want to find men. That is a really good way. I feel like churches, sometimes you have like events as well, don't you, within the church? So yeah, that would be a perfect way for you to meet someone. So go to that that church in the affluent areas. Why don't every Sunday you rotate? and you just go to different ones. Maybe you could have 3 different churches that you go to, different service times, and you're able to then go to more and increase your chances of meeting that man. So that's a good idea. Oh no, not the youth groups. I used to I used to have to do that. I used to have to go to church when I was a child. We used to do the like the youth group thing. But no, I mean sometimes churches, don't they have like hold events and stuff? I don't know. Am I missing something here? You could also even ask like the priest or the pastor. I don't know who it is. I'm sorry if I sound a bit silly here, but you could ask them to, maybe see if there's any eligible bachelors there. Once you get to know them a bit more, not on your first time going. Hi, Kanara. Yes, girl, I'm in China and on lockdown. Oh, they still doing lockdown. Oh, gosh. Ah, okay. That's not good. Hi, Maricel. Yeah, you guys are making me laugh in this chat. You're welcome, hun. Italian, Nigerian roots. You speak. Oh, and and some French. Wow. Okay. That's kind of amazing. Hey, Kia. Yeah, I mean, apps like Raya, because they don't accept everyone, I don't know what to think about it because I'm not on it. um, so I don't know. I don't know. I know that lots of high up, very, very well known, people in the media are on there. But I mean, like you say, it's very difficult to get on that kind of thing. But they are out there, and I think that those apps are good if you can get on them. Also, you've got to think, if you're doing like for regular people, if you're going on like a paid app as well, that's going to be a good move for you. Hi, Queen. Hi, Sophie. Have to rewatch the video after work. Yes, yeah, rewatch it. Okay, so I'm probably going to get off of here soon. I need to like prepare some things to put on my Instagram, so I want to put something up there this evening. But okay, but I just want to go over. So if you want your external and your mindset to match up, then it really is about you faking it till you make it. And you've already put your best foot forward with your looks. Everything's in order. And your only issue is that you don't feel like the woman mentally that you do feel like you look like. Does that make sense? I think you understand what I'm trying to say. So, if you feel that way, you fake it till you make it. And the way to do that is to understand that affirmations can help you just to pump yourself up, to give yourself some positivity, and you push yourself to go to the places you feel nervous about going to. If on the outer you feel like you look like this prominent person and mentally you don't, then you keep on pushing yourself to go into these well-established places with your well-established look, and over time you are eventually going to feel like you belong there. So just keep on pushing yourself, and if you haven't started yet, then start ASAP. Alright girlies, I think I'm going to love you and leave you now. Oh yeah, I wanted to answer that question about the perfume. So for me, I think Penhaligon's Changing Constant is a beautiful perfume. When I wear that perfume, I'm complimented a lot by men. Okay? When I wear a Paco Rabanne Olympia Legend, that is a very sweet perfume. Most of my compliments come from women, to be honest, but men as well. But layering the Olympia Legend with oud, you're going to have the best of both worlds because it's sexy, sultry, woody, and deep, yet it's sweet and feminine as well. So you get that sensual feel. So as long as you find an oud that resonates with you and you layer it with something sweet like Olympia Legend, I feel like you will be a very happy girl and your date will be sniffing you a lot. Spell what, hun? Olympia Legend? Is that the one? You want me to spell for you? Olympia Legend. There's Olympia Legend, and the other one is Changing Constants by Penhaligon's. And then just layer that with some oud, honey, and you'll be good. Love your accent. Thank you. Okay, so on Instagram, I will ask you guys what other, or actually, let's just do it right now. What topic should I speak about on my next live stream? I'll be going live on Wednesday. So what should we discuss? You can put them in the comments here. As soon as you ladies are here, then you can get first, pick. Oh, sorry, I wrote Channing Constance. Changing Constance. I need my glasses. Oh, I'm pleased too, Bianca. And thank you for two ladies gave me those monetary gifts. So thank you so much. I really appreciate that. Okay, all right. So you girls are on this confidence. Want to boost that confidence. I'm liking it. I'm just going to take a picture of that. Okay, so we've got another one. Did you do any lives about going on a first date? Not a live stream about a first date. Conversation with older men and first dates. Okay, so confidence seems to have one right now, so I'll do the confidence one on Wednesday and then we'll figure out what to do another day. Hi Ziva. Hi Eve. So what exactly with confidence? Just how to build it, how to gain it, how to ooze it when you're out and about? Yeah, 78 days. I feel like some things in life, like that there is like for me there are things that I do not like either, and it can just be your personality. You obviously want to be okay with it, but sometimes you don't have to be okay with everything. I feel like if you don't like very large crowds or groups, I don't think that that's like a bad thing necessarily. But I think the issue would come in if you're feeling so awkward and uncomfortable and to the point where you can't have fun, then that would be an issue. So let's Is it to the point where it's like anxious? Because then maybe I might do like an anxiety one as well. Okay. Alright, girls, I think I'm going to love you and leave you here. Thank you so much for joining me. And if you missed the first part of the video, then definitely rewind and go back. Okay, so I've got some clarity here. Alright, so wait, how to gain in general. I find I'm a bit shy when I'm the center of attention. Okay. Alright guys, I'm going to love you and leave you here. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in my live stream on Wednesday. I'll see you on Wednesday. Yeah, thumbs up, thumbs up, thumbs up. And yeah, I'll see you then. And also, if you're on my Instagram, I will see you in about 30 minutes. Alright, bye ladies.